A quiet suburban neighborhood, shadows stretch across the pavement. Tension fills the air as Ruby Franke's footsteps echo. This is where her story began. Ruby, a well-known YouTuber, seemed to have it all. But beneath the surface, turmoil brewed. Friends noticed something was off, but no one could pinpoint it. The night of her disappearance, friends received frantic messages. Ruby seemed scared, mentioning shadows lurking and voices whispering. Something didn't add up. As dawn broke, panic set in. Friends gathered, searching everywhere. They wondered, where could she have gone? They never imagined what was coming. In a nearby park, investigators found her phone, eerily untouched. Messages showed fear, but there were no indications of an accident. And then, silence. Weeks passed without a trace. Her family started receiving cryptic messages, hinting at secrets hidden in the shadows of her life. What were they hiding? Friends recalled Ruby's changing behavior. Was she retreating from her life online? They started to suspect something darker was at play. Another chilling detail emerged. Ruby had mentioned feeling watched. Family members dismissed it as paranoia. That's when everything changed. Detectives uncovered inconsistencies in her last messages. Some were sent late at night, but the timestamps didn't match. What they found next makes no sense. Her friends spoke of a mysterious man seen near her house around the time of her disappearance. But when questioned, he had an alibi. Who was he really? Ruby's family claimed she was fine just weeks before her disappearance. But the friends said otherwise, painting a portrait of dread. Something was off. Months passed with no leads. Investigators received an anonymous tip about a secluded cabin in the woods. What lay within could change everything. Inside the cabin, investigators found items belonging to Ruby. A diary, filled with troubling thoughts. The evidence tells a different story. Ruby's final entries hinted at a struggle for her identity. She spoke of feeling trapped and manipulated. What would drive someone to such despair? Friends recalled Ruby confiding in them, warning of betrayal among her closest allies. Was someone close orchestrating her downfall? But who could it be? As investigators delved deeper, they discovered a pattern within her life. Digital interactions turned sinister, threatening her well-being. And then, silence. Speculation grew about Ruby's mental state. Friends argued whether she needed help or if the pressure of fame consumed her entirely. What truly happened? With leads dwindling, detectives received a shocking video from a mysterious source. Could it be Ruby? Or just a cruel hoax? The room grew tense. The video showed a figure resembling Ruby in distress. Friends recognized her mannerisms, but the time and place were unclear. What did it mean? How could this be? As public interest surged, each rumor fueled further chaos. New theories emerged, painting Ruby either as a victim or a willing participant in her own disappearance. Some proposed that Ruby staged her own disappearance for views. Could her online persona have masked deeper issues? But why would she risk everything? With each passing week, the community held vigils. There was hope, but fear grew too. Many wondered if they'd ever see Ruby alive again. What lay ahead? Ruby's family maintained their faith, despite the pain. But every unanswered question weighed heavy on them. They clung to hope in a fragile world. The investigation turned cold, yet the case was never forgotten. A year passed, but Ruby remained a ghost in the minds of her supporters. Would they ever know why? Amidst the stillness, a breakthrough emerged. Detectives found a hidden camera in her home. Yet, the footage revealed nothing conclusive. What were they missing? Months turned into years, with little progress. The digital shadows loomed larger. Friends wondered if Ruby had vanished into a world unseen. Where could she be? Then, a message arrived. Anonymous again, it detailed a location. Detectives rushed to the site, hearts racing. Nothing could prepare them for what they found. At the location, remnants of Ruby's things surfaced, artifacts of a life interrupted. Friends felt a chill. What had happened to her? The community held its breath. As investigators examined the items, they discovered something unsettling. A note hinted at a plan, but it was never sent. The evidence tells a different story. Rumors began to swirl again. Was Ruby alive and hiding? Or was she a victim of something far more sinister? The truth remained elusive. If this story fascinates you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more mysteries. Your support means everything as we uncover the truth behind these cases. Then came a chilling phone call. A witness claimed to have seen Ruby in a distant city, changing her identity. Was she escaping, or was she being hunted? Detectives tracked the lead, discovering a network of individuals connected to Ruby. Some claimed to know her secrets. Who could be trusted in this shadowy world? As interviews unfolded, one name kept surfacing: Sarah, a close friend. But Sarah had vanished too, leaving more questions than answers. Was there a connection? Detectives uncovered digital trails, leading to anonymous accounts. Conversations hinted at conspiracies that ran deeper. What lay beneath the surface of their friendships? Years later, Ruby's story remained a chilling reminder of how quickly life can change. Those who loved her still hoped for clarity. Would they ever find answers? A new lead emerged from a podcast discussing Ruby's case. A listener detailed a bizarre encounter with a woman resembling her. Was this a breakthrough or just another dead end? As the podcast gained traction, more witnesses came forward, sharing their stories. They spoke of a shadowy figure seen near Ruby's last known location. Who were they? With mounting evidence, detectives revisited old leads. They canvassed neighborhoods, hoping to spark a memory. The community rallied, but was it enough? As days turned to weeks, hope began to wane. But a breakthrough came when a witness recalled seeing Ruby near a local diner. The clock was ticking. Investigators flooded the diner with questions. Employees recalled a woman who looked like Ruby, conversing with a stranger. But who were they? What was said? In the ensuing chaos, speculation erupted. Social media buzzed with theories. Was Ruby alive, or had the darkness consumed her forever? The tension was palpable. Tensions escalated as new theories surged, some even suggesting Ruby chose to escape fame. But why would someone abandon everything? The community reeled in confusion. As the investigation progressed, Ruby's family began receiving harassing messages. They felt threatened. Was someone trying to silence them? The fear grew almost unbearable. Finally, detectives made a shocking arrest: the strange man seen near Ruby's home. But the alibi held steady. Friends and family were left bewildered. With every piece of the puzzle, the case grew more complex. Who was protecting whom? The web of deceit expanded, leaving everyone on edge. Witnesses began to feel unsafe, fearing retaliation. The atmosphere grew tense. Was Ruby's disappearance connected to something darker? Friends began to question their loyalties. As investigators worked tirelessly, the public became restless. Online forums buzzed with theories, but none could match the chilling reality of the situation. Every theory seemed more ludicrous than the last. Yet, with each click of the mouse, the community rallied together. They demanded answers. What were the stakes? Years passed with no resolution. The pain of uncertainty weighed heavily. Ruby's family continued to search for answers, but hope was fading. Could they ever move on? In a surprising twist, a popular influencer claimed to have insights about Ruby's case. Online, many questioned the motives behind their sudden interest. Was it sincere? As the influencer's revelation spread, more individuals reached out, claiming to have information. The community felt a renewed sense of urgency. But was it genuine? Days turned into weeks again, with no leads. Friends felt defeated, yet the hope flickered like a candle in the wind. What would it take to bring her home? Then, an unexpected twist. A confession surfaced from a local with ties to the community. They claimed to know what happened to Ruby. Was this the break everyone needed? As investigators questioned the local, their story seemed rehearsed. Did they know more than they let on? The tension in the room was palpable. The confession led detectives down a rabbit hole of secrets. Every twist felt more sinister than the last. What lay beneath the surface of their community? As hope resurfaced, detectives uncovered clues pointing to a larger conspiracy. Friends urged for caution, but time was running out. Who could be trusted? And then, just when the community thought they had a lead, everything crumbled. The confessor recanted, claiming it was all a joke. Was the truth still out there? The case drew national attention, reigniting the search for Ruby. New investigators stepped in, determined to find answers. Would they uncover the truth at last? And in that moment, the question echoed in everyone's mind: if Ruby was alive, where was she hiding? If not, what really happened that night? The investigation reached a critical point. New evidence suggested Ruby may have planned her escape. But was it truly voluntary? Answers remained buried beneath layers of secrets. So if it wasn't an accident, what really happened that night? The shadows of the past still haunt those who loved Ruby, tethered to the mystery forever. This case remains unsolved, leaving many unanswered questions. Join us at Undercurrent Files for more stories like this. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Until next time.